Hello everyone, welcome once again to Investing with a Difference. So today we are going to talk about one of our new service and one of the critical pieces I believe which is going to be part of the EOS ecosystem. And let us start little more details about it. So this is Airdrops DAC. I think we talked about it a bit. This is a service which is going to help the DAPPs, the EOS DAPPs, in enabling airdrops at a fraction of the cost of what it means today. So as you know that right now there's a lot of confusion around what it costs to launch an app. I think a lot of people talk about CPU, net. I think net is not an issue. Very few tokens give you a lot of bandwidth, and people are not really facing that issue. CPU has been a concern, and a lot of solutions have come around. As we all know about Chintai, we know about Rex, which is being planned, and also things like CPU emergency, where we are getting some free tokens if we are out of CPU. But for DApp developers, it's not that easy to do airdrops, because even though the RAM prices have come down, the RAM price is still a big hindrance in making an airdrop to all EOS token holders. And as you know that the airdrop model was one of the critical pieces of EOS, the token economics to get your project started and adopted. So this AIrdropsDAC, I got involved in pretty early. So just a disclaimer, so I'm an interim custodian and I'm part of this project. The reason I'm very excited about it is that because this is the one piece which I talk to DApp developers and when they're doing airdrops, and it is a really big cost which is associated with doing that airdrop, and that is has been stopping them. And the reason I'm excited about it is it has some of the best names in EOS world. I think many of you already know. You know Blue Jays, Johan, who is now the interim COO. He has been critical part of EOS community for a very long time. Michael Gucci, who is the who started this idea, and he heads AIrdropsDAC team. And Nathan Rampel, I think he has been responsible for all the air grabs. Andrew is a great legal help. So let me not go into detail. You can go to the website, see the details. We have NS James, we have Caesar, we have Roshan from EOS Authority, some of the great names, Luke Stokes from EOS DAC. So some really amazing team members, and so it's a very good project, and I have great hopes and how this project can really solve some critical issues. So let us now look at some of the airdrops which are going to be supported by AIrdropsDAC. I think you must have heard about EDNA, which was one of the projects which AIrdropsDAC team helped. So if you look at the testimonial here on their website, so Greg Simpson, he had explained how he got stuck, and like in the early days of EOS when the RAM was pretty high, how he was not able to complete the airdrops. And these are legitimate projects we are talking about, which are getting helped already even before the launch. And by the way, as you know that AIrdropsDAC is going to be one of the sponsors at our Scaling Blockchain conference in San Francisco. That's the official launch on November 12th. They are doing it in the event itself. But now this is a project which is while it is not launched, they're officially, they're already operational, building a minimum viable project. And one of the first tokens which airdropped was ZKS. This came today. I believe a lot of people have already started seeing this airdrop. There are 31 tokens which are being given. So this is more of a proof of concept. So what is happening with ZKS is it's a redeemable token which you can use. So every one token you can spend on this website, which is zks.1, and you can get immediate boost to your CPU and net. That is 0.9 CPU and 0.1 net. That is in the EOS terms. So especially and you get it for 3 hours so that you can take care of some items which you are worried about. And mostly, as you know, that you will not be able to do a transaction if you're already running out of CPU. So this is mostly for people who are running short. And again, this is a free token. It's a proof of concept. The idea here is that the people who are airdropping and the DApps which are airdropping, they should be able to reclaim the RAM, because that's a big cost, one-time cost for the projects when they are airdropping. That's why we are seeing a lot of people doing air grabs and some difficult ways of airdropping, and some of them are limiting people. Now this model, AIrdropsDAC model, will allow everybody to receive airdrop tokens only if you are willing to use those tokens. Because the important thing about ZKS is this is an example where if you do not claim it, and claiming means that you need to make a transaction. Either you go to EOS Toolkit and claim it, or you can go to this website, you can claim the ZKS token. And what it gives you is, of course, what is the utility of this token? It gives you some extra CPU and net for 3 hours, and you end up spending it. So that's the long-term solution. I think this is right now, this 31 airdrop which they are doing, 31 token. This is mostly a kind of a proof of concept, and in the roadmap the project is still under development on what they plan to do. I think they are trying to do some additional prototypes and some additional airdrops later in next year. Then one more big project which is using AIrdrop's DAC is Hirevibes. So as you know that Hirevibes recently announced that they are going to be airdropping on November 5th snapshot. So if you want more tokens for Hirevibes, you need to buy more EOS, but basically they are giving 4:1 airdrop. That means for every 4 EOS they are giving 1 HVT token, and this is a website and this is a DAPP which is helping connect people to find jobs and kind of some of the services which LinkedIn offers. So it's a pretty good idea. I think we have seen already the payroll system with Horus Pay. We have seen these are some great projects which were in works for a very long time, and this is a great team we have seen. And they announced the airdrop details recently, that the snapshot is November 4th, and it will be airdropped on November 5th. And again, they're using AIrdropsDAC model because this helps them save cost on the RAM. And what you need to do is between November 5 and December 5, I think it's a 30-day claim period. You need to go and claim your tokens, or you just transfer your tokens to between your accounts, and that will automatically claim your tokens. So this is one action you need to take, and that is how you are going to be able to get this token in your account. What it does is it reserves RAM in your account, and it frees up the RAM from the system contract, and that is how this AIrdropsDAC model is going to work. Overall, I think it is going to be exciting because this will enable a lot more airdrops than what is happening today. It will reduce the cost for people who are launching their DAPPs, and they will be able to give this airdrop token to everybody. So just a summary for ZKS token, I think what you need to do is you need to go to the website zks.one, claim the token. I will drop the link for Telegram channel and the website in the description for you to get any support in this. I would recommend you to go start playing around with these airdrops where you need to claim because these are the kind of things which are the future of EOS, I think, because ultimately the resources are going to be critical. While we already, as I discussed, the CPU and net, those are easy to get staked by somebody, and those are for time period. RAM is something which you use forever, and for these tokens, and as we are seeing thousands and thousands of tokens, I think more and more projects will be able to afford it using these services like AIrdropsDAC. And again, as I said, if you want to learn more about it, if you're a DAPP developer, if you're considering in future developing on EOS, if you want to meet with the AIrdropsDAC team, do come to the Scaling Blockchain event. So they are one of the sponsors, and they are actually going to be present, the most of the team, and they will be launching these services right there at San Francisco on November 12th. And so do come in and join us and meet these team members. And also, as I said, do remember to claim your tokens, the HVT token as well as ZKS token. Of course, if you have a lot of CPU and net, if you're not running short, ZKS tokens are just a proof of concept. They are not going to give you anything like, for 3 hours. If you don't need additional bandwidth, then you do not need ZKS tokens, but they will be valuable, as you have seen in recent history, that this kind of a token is needed because right now a lot of people are running out of CPU when they are using a lot of transactions, and if they do not have enough CPU staked, and there are periods of time when CPU goes higher. One example is the BetDice app. From the app side also, they had taken a big 400,000 EOS worth of loan from Chintai for their CPU needs, and even at a user level, there are a lot of people who are requesting CPU with CPU emergency. They are also launching similar service. So these kind of things are like using EOS as your kind of a resource. That is the future. That was how EOS was defined as. So these kind of services which are being provided by these projects, I think these are the future of EOS, and you need to learn. I understand some people are confused. They are not sure how to interact, but I think that is all about EOS. If you do not learn what these tokens are for, how the chain operates, like in terms of resources, you will not be able to get the maximum benefit out of EOS. So this is my recommendation. Please go learn about it and share your thoughts with us. And for actionable items, I think you need to claim your ZKS token as well as your HVT token whenever they are, like ZKS is already available, and your Hirevibes is going to be available for claiming starting November 5th. So thank you once again for joining. I hope this information was useful. We will keep coming back with more and more content, and we will see you at San Francisco in the hackathon as well as in the Scaling Blockchain conference. Bye for now. Do like and share this video so that more people can learn about these tokens and these great services which are coming in, and do press like so that more people can find this information. Thank you. Bye bye.